viewers, welcome to my channel Grammar Tales. Learn English grammar with Krish. So today, first before we start on with the video, we will do a quick recap of what we have done previously. Alright. So if you remember when we had done the chapter noun case. So what we had learned that when a noun or pronoun, when a noun or pronoun, when a noun or pronoun is used as the subject of the verb, it is said to be in the which case? You remember, when a noun or pronoun is used as the subject of the verb, it is said to be in the nominative case. Now you might be thinking, why have I gone back to noun case? It will be very clear as I proceed. Alright, it is said to be in the nominative case. Similarly, if a noun or pronoun is used as the object of a verb, then object of a verb, it is said to be in the which case? Remember, objective case or accusative case. In the objective or accusative case, isn't it? So why I'm telling you this? I'm telling you, wait, I'll just give you some examples. Now you remember we had learned in the previous class, we had learned about personal nouns, isn't it? I mean personal pronouns. So what are the personal pronouns? I, we, he, she, they, isn't it? I, we, he, she, they. So these personal pronouns, alright, these are in the nominative case. Fine, these are in the nominative case. When you will notice, when a sentence is in the nominative case, if in the place of a noun, if we are using any pronoun in that sentence, then any of these will be there. I, we, he, she, they, or it may be there if it is any animal or inanimate object, isn't it? Lifeless object. So if a sentence is in the nominative case, then we will find these personal pronouns I, we, he, she, they. Say, how will you identify if it is in the accusative case? A sentence is in the accusative case, or in a sentence both nominative and accusative might be there. So how will you identify? I will become for the accusative case. When a sentence is in the nominative case, it is I, we, he, she, they. These pronouns in place of nouns might be there, because in the definition here we have written when a noun or pronoun is used as the subject of the verb, isn't it? So that is the case of, it is a nominative case. So if it a pronoun, these pronouns are used in the nominative case. If we are finding that the subject is in the accusative case, so I will become, what will I become? I will become me, right? Then we will become us. He will become what? Him. She will become her. And they will become them. Understood? This is the purpose of my going back to the noun case chapter. So it is a little bit more clear to you that this is the nominative case, pronouns used in the nominative case, and these are the pronouns used in the accusative case, isn't it? So subject pronouns are what? Subject pronouns. Remember that subject pronouns are in which case? Subject pronouns are in nominative case, and object pronouns are in objective or accusative case. Fine? It's clear? Alright. So today we will be doing two new pronouns, or classification of pronouns you can say. So what are those? Alright. So let's see. Reflexive and emphatic pronouns. Fine? Reflexive and emphatic pronoun. Now before I explain these concepts, I'll give you a small example. Alright? So because it is always good to start with examples, the concepts become clearer. So if I write, say for example, I heard myself. Fine, it is a sentence. So in this sentence, which one is the subject? Remember I told you in a sentence there will be a subject and a predicate. Again in the predicate part there will be a verb as well as an object, isn't it? So in this sentence, which is the subject? I. Isn't it? This is the subject. So heard is the what? It is the action word. It is the verb. And myself. Now this word myself, here it is serving in the category of object. Okay, it is functioning as an object. Why? I'll tell you. See, so as I have told you, the personal pronouns, remember the personal pronouns my, your, him, say personal pronouns. What are they? My, your, him, her, it. These are all personal pronouns. Alright. So to this, see my is here already, my. With this, when we add what? We add self when it is singular, or selves, selves, when it is plural. Alright. So when we add self, say to my, it became what? It became myself. When you add to your, it becomes yourself. Similarly, himself, herself, itself, or if we go on adding selves, so yourselves, itself, themselves, etc. Isn't it? When in case of plural. So when we add with my, with the personal pronoun self, this is what? This is a personal compound. Personal pronouns, the compound personal pronouns. These are what? This is my pronoun, isn't it? My is a personal pronoun. When you are adding self, it becomes compound personal pronouns. So this compound personal pronoun, this compound, why it is compound? Because we are adding self with the personal pronoun. Compound personal pronoun is called reflexive pronoun. Alright? Reflexive, meaning it is reflecting back. So when, see here I've written I hurt myself. When the subject is doing an action and that action is having impact on the subject itself, isn't it? This myself is a reflexive pronoun. Alright? Where do we find such pronouns, or how do we find such pronouns? When in a sentence we see that the doer himself is getting impacted by his own action. Such pronouns, in a sentence, such pronouns, because in the second category, that is in the emphatic pronoun also, we will use all this: myself, herself, himself, themselves, alright. But here is the difference. When the subject, his action or her action is having the impact on himself, when the subject is having, his action is having the impact on himself, alright, such pronouns are called reflexive pronouns. Fine? So let's see, we will see some more examples, but let's get clear with emphatic pronouns. So what are reflexive pronouns? Very easy. Reflexive pronouns show that the action of the subject turns back on the doer. Let me write down. Reflexive pronouns show that the action of the subject turns back on the doer. Right? That means whatever the subject is doing, it is turning back on himself. I say this sentence: I hurt myself. So I hurt myself. I am the subject and I am the object. Isn't it? When there is no difference between the subject and the object, both are the same in a sentence. So in such a case, what is it? It is reflexive pronoun. This is reflexive. The action of the subject is reflecting back on himself or on the doer. Fine? Alright. So let's see what is emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronoun, emphatic means laying emphasis on. So in very simple words, if I say that emphatic pronouns are what? They are like the emphasis, they emphasize the action of the subject. Okay, means whatever action the subject is doing, it is just emphasizing the subject or the noun. Just let me write down. An emphatic pronoun. An emphatic pronoun simply emphasizes the action of the subject. Means whatever action the subject is doing, only that is emphasized. Fine. So suppose if I have to give an example, say I will, example, alright, I will do it myself, or you can say I myself will do it, or you can write I myself will do it. Now see this it means something else. The object is something else, isn't it? I myself will do it, or I will do it myself, isn't it? Here the action of the subject is being emphasized. This it may be anything. Maybe I will read the book myself, or I will do the cooking myself, I will do the household chores myself. It can be anything. So here the action of the subject is being emphasized. That action is not impacting the subject. It is not coming back. Means whatever he is doing, it is not falling back on the doer. in this sentence the subject and the object are different. Fine. So this is a emphatic pronoun. Now I'll tell you a very simple trick, alright, how to differentiate. Fine. Say, I'll just write down so that you can remember. Simple trick to differentiate between reflexive and emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronoun. Say you take a sentence, alright. In emphatic, suppose the sentence is emphatic, alright. So in an emphatic sentence, if you remove the emphatic pronoun, say in a sentence, if you remove the emphatic pronoun, the core meaning of the sentence will not change. Alright? The core meaning of the sentence will not change. Do you want to see an example? It will be very clear. It is a trick. Fine. Say, I'll tell you. Say, if I write say for example, if I write I will go myself, isn't it? This is an emphatic, the sentence which has an emphatic pronoun, myself. I will go myself. Fine. Now if I remove myself, if I remove this emphatic pronoun, does the sentence make sense to you? I will go. It's totally logical, right? So this is the trick. Now this is still making sense. It is logical, right? So this is the trick. This is an emphatic. Now say if I write I hurt myself. Now how will you determine which pronoun is used here, emphatic or reflexive? You remove the pronoun I hurt. Does it make any sense? No, it doesn't. So it is what? It is reflexive. So in a reflexive, in the sentences which has reflexive pronoun, if you remove the reflexive pronoun, the sentence will no longer make any sense. So this is the way you can differentiate. Fine. So I will not stretch this video further. In the next class, we will do some exercises and examples on reflexive and emphatic pronouns. Okay, and then that will become more clearer to you. So just remember this small thing, that in a sentence, if you remove the emphatic pronoun also, it will not change the core meaning of the sentence. But in the reflexive pronoun, if you remove it from the sentence, it will become illogical. It will not make any sense. Alright, so that will be all for today. I hope you are clear. Please go through the videos in a serial manner, alright, so that you get a clear and better understanding. Alright, thank you.